don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of websites have been recently uploading reviews for games that are not yet out.
Oh,
So I'm finding this to be a very unfair advantage to all these big money websites like IGN, GameSpot, random YouTube people who aren't me. I have like a stack of reviews here for fucking Octopath Traveler 2, that Atomic Heart game, that Ninja Gaiden game. What do I got? I ain't got shit. I don't even have the option to review those. It's not like I,
why?
I had to pay them. It's not like they get the key is the problem. I have to wait for retail. So like, what chance do I have?
That's why we need to become big, so that way they start handing us free shit too.
But then you'd be like, oh well, you see, it's funny because you read the names of these reviews. They always have like the fucking gotcha pun, like Atomic Heart, weak pulse, but they give it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
It's like the fuck, what the fuck is that?
I always get bummed out too when they lead with like, I must say I got this game first. I got this game for
Oh,
free, so I'm like,
you know
oh
what?
great, here we go.
I didn't update the. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll just update it afterwards. Yeah. Well, I think you have to say that you got it for free. I don't know if it's just an integrity check or an actual thing you have to do, but they do like to notate that you got the game for free. It says it on Steam reviews too. If you read a written Steam review, it'll say like this key was given for free. It's just like a bias check, I suppose.
Alpha 3 for the Capcom arcade does include online play, so it is definitely worth 99 cents.
Alpha 3 is a fantastic fighting game.
So I'm picking up Saturday Night Slam Masters, Alpha 3, Mega Man Power Battle 2, Super Puzzle Fighter, and Power Battle 1 for $5.
Is this on that Capcom arcade thing?
Yeah, every single one of the games right now are 99 cents on Steam.
Interesting. Maybe I will do that because I don't know what the current status of playing fighting games on arcade emulators is right anymore. I mean,
I was thinking the same thing.
well, fighting games is it's easier for fighting games because they have Fightcade, and that's a dedicated platform to playing those games. But the games are like, I want to play Knights of the Round or something. I'm
My
not
God, Knights of the
sure.
Round is available. I think I might just fucking buy that right now too. I
That's a
didn't
fun
even
game.
think of that. Knights of the Round. Thank you for fucking reminding me.
What was the other one? There's three of them. There was something of the
Magic
dragon,
Sword was good too.
magic sword, and there's a third one. I think that has dragon in the title somewhere. It's all the same series of games. Anyway,
Mm.
yeah, like I don't even know how you play those anymore on emulators because before there was this thing called like Hilaria 32, and you'd launch it through
Yeah.
the MAME emulator, but they don't have that anymore. I don't think so. I'm not sure what the current status is unless it's just through like RetroArch or some shit.
Just for the sake of me not needing to try to get MAME and shit to work and get some of those, it's just easier for me. Like, oh, it's in my Steam library, easy peasy. Oh my God, fucking Knights of the Round might it be? I got that game for my birthday one year, and that was just like the end of that weekend. That game's
Yeah,
so fucking good.
always play as Percival. He was my
Yep,
homie.
I liked Percival and I liked Lancelot was one of those ones you had to like stay with, but at the end you could like if you died you could as Arthur, you switched as Lancelot, so you skipped the bullshit like oh that game was rad.
Yeah, good game. All right, so I guess I'll start the episode here.
This is that episode. We don't have a theme song yet.
I have a theme song. What are you talking about?
I smoked two bowls, so I'm just making up. I like singing.
Have you? This is episode 43. Have you not listened to a single episode of our podcast?
I have. I listened to all the podcasts. I'm just saying. You also know that you don't like singing.
I enjoy how my avatar catches my anger in my eyes. It's
I can
very
just see.
accurate.
I can feel you burning a hole through me right now.
Hello and welcome to episode 43 of the.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is. I was gonna say our old show's name. This is Digital Deliberations. A popular podcast is long dead and forgotten. And yeah, today's the 20th of February, the day
Yes.
before Atomic Hearts comes out. I know this because I just tried to play Atomic Hearts and I was like, "Yo, bro, check back tomorrow. It's not out yet." And I was like, "How the fuck are there so many reviews for this game?" So I can't speak words. It's a lot of reviews already out, and I wanted
That's
to
kind of
play it.
annoying.
And
That's so frustrating.
and it's a Game Pass game, so like I had to pay for it. Do you hear about like the controversy about this game because they're like maybe funded by Russian money, and people are taking stands on that, and it's like you understand that like Nintendo is owned by 8% by the Saudis, right? Yeah, you know that, right? So why are we drawing the line at potential Russian money for a game? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Is what I'm trying to say. Did you know SNK is like majorly owned by the Saudis now? It's like 50 or 49% or some shit. Like they own a lot of stake in SNK.
That's very interesting. I would not have guessed that at all.
I guess they really like King of Fighters.
Who doesn't?
Brazilians love King of Fighters. They all love
That
that
makes
shit
sense.
down there. It's like their jam. You talk about Street Fighter, like, nah, we play King of Fighters, bro. But I don't blame them. I enjoy King of Fighters more than I enjoy Street Fighter.
The new Street Fighter has potential. I haven't. I
Yeah.
fell out of touch bad with the last one just because I was a big fan of it on the Xbox, and the way this one got super nickeled and dimed, got super bummed me out. And
What are you talking about?
one of my other favorite series is about to get nickeled and dimed, and that bummed me the fuck out when I looked on the store today.
What game is that?
Blood Bowl will be coming out. Blood Bowl 3 comes out on the 23rd next week, I think. And I was looking through
23rd
it, I was like, oh,
is that's Thursday.
oh, that's pretty good. I'm like, I love me some Blood Bowl. I played every single one. I bought all the DLCs. Love me some Blood Bowl 2. New mechanics, that's great. And then I saw the thing that I did not want to see, that they're offering virtual currency. I'm like, oh fucking no.
So was asking me the name of the old podcast. It was called the Unpopular Podcast because my old site was Unpopular Game Opinions, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was about right.
Unpopular Gaming was shorthand, or UGO, because
Why does a single player game need fucking virtual currency?
I don't know, man. You playing who makes the game?
Um, who does? I thought it was a smaller company. Who is it from? Nancon, Nakan, Cyanide is the developer.
What?
Yeah, Cyanide's the developer, and the publisher is Nakan.
What?
Yeah,
You're making this up.
I'm not.
The fuck you talking about?
It says Nakan. I want to know what the Warp Stones do.
I honestly don't know where the old episodes are. It might be on the website itself is gone. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but it kind of vanished off the face of the internet. It's back when I actually did game reviews. Like I actually did them, but they're all written. They weren't video reviews. I posted those on the website, but I believe the directory with all the podcast episodes themselves is still there. But I don't think there's a website linking to it, so you have to like put in the URL to get to them. I made it to like what episode 48 or something like that on that one.
We're catching up on it.
Yeah, I don't think you were on that one, were you?
A few times. I was like a special guest at that point, but not. I think that was like when it was falling off at the end, though, and then we decided that we were gonna do this instead and be more consistent.
Yeah, I mean, this has been weekly, so
It has been.
consistency. I just have
We're
to
doing pretty
do
good.
more shit. I'm at the
Sorry
point
for
where
anyone. I'm
I
not responding to the chat because I don't see it. How do I see it?
it's on Twitch. What are you talking
Oh, that's silly me.
about? It was also a video chat. Did I have a YouTube channel? I don't even remember what I did. I don't know if it was under my personal YouTube account, or I might have had a YouTube channel. That might still exist. Just type in unpopular gaming reviews on YouTube. It's probably SEO'd out by now since, it's been like 7 years since I've updated it and it wasn't very popular to begin with.
Which is still kind of like you true to your word. Unpopular. You just kind of stopped when it wasn't popular.
Well, it was unpopular gaming opinions because I have hot takes like Ocarina of Time, meh. Final
You
Fantasy
did some
10
meta shit.
sucked ass.
Oh my god!
I have hot takes.
Keep talking for a second. I'm gonna bring up this review today that I saw, and we can talk about it. It was the top 15 Super Nintendo games, and me and you can pull it up right here. This is according to Destructoid. Okay,
I only
I almost had
want
an ant.
I want their top 15 anime boobs.
I almost had a fucking aneurysm when I saw this. There's a few of them that make sense, all right?
Yeah,
I'm
go
just gonna
for
go
it.
through it quick. Number 15, Street Fighter 2, Turbo. Okay, it was a good fighting game.
I was never a
Four,
Street Fighter fan, but I understand the appeal.
Contra 3,
Eh,
Secret of Mana.
eh,
Yeah, exactly. Super Mario RPG.
great game.
Kirby Superstar number 11.
Great game.
10, Lufia 2.
Okay, okay. Luffy's too good.
9, Donkey Kong Country 2.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You ready to have a stroke?
Yeah, let's do it.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 8.
I'm sorry?
Number 8, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
The best game ever made is number 8 on the Super Nintendo
Number
list.
number 8. Very well, probably one of the best
Oh
games
my
of the
god.
Super Nintendo
Okay,
generation. Okay.
so number 1 is going to be one of three things.
Yep.
It's
Tell me, what do you think it is?
it's either Mario World,
Nope.
Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Fuck that game. Most
That's so
overrated, most overrated RPG ever made. It is
So fucking
perfectly fine.
overrated.
It's a fine game. It's perfectly okay, but it is not that fucking good.
Oh my god. I searched fucking 7KB Toys as a kid looking for that game, and I still am a big fan of that game to this day, but that game should easily be number 5, number 6 somewhere. Top
Chrono
10?
Trigger
Yeah.
is a good RPG, but it is not the greatest RPG ever made. Like people make it out to be.
Oh my
It is
god.
super simple. The story is fucking stupid. Like the funniest thing about it is it's like so incredibly linear. Where you think it's this big open world game because there's like this time travel shit and all these different paths, but it is so fucking strict on the linearity that
How long it takes
it's
to
only
get
like
those
15 hours long. It's like not even a long game to begin with. I don't get it. That game's fine.
but all the endings, and you're just like, yeah, but all of them take like the same path, except you have one extra character that get you there. And once you realize it, you're like, oh,
It's either you have Chrono or you
okay.
don't. Is really the ending.
And it's like, oh my god. Okay, Mega Man X7.
That should be higher.
Yeah, Earthbound 6.
That should be higher.
5 is Final Fantasy 6.
Eh, 6 is okay.
I like that game, but I think at number 5 or like at top 10 I would have been okay. Number 4 is Mario World.
Number 4 is Mario World, huh?
3 is Terra Gigma.
Terranigma, yeah, that wasn't released in the U.S. It
I've
was
never played
the
it.
who was that name of that? It was a Quintet, I think the name of that developer was. They did Illusion of Gaia. They did Terranigma was the third one, and what was the other one they did? Um, Blanking on it. Not Soul Blazer.
But that's why I almost had a stroke when I saw it was number 3. I'm like, how can I was the Super Nintendo generation. I fucking loved the Super Nintendo, and I had never even heard of it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's just such a bullshit.
It wasn't released in the U.S. It was released in Europe, and it was released in Japan. So there was an English version. We just didn't get it. It's a good game. You should play it.
Yeah, I'll go. I have to. Maybe that'd be a good one. How long is it?
It's actually decently long. I would say like
I was gonna
25,
say
30 hours.
I could stream that. That'd be a fun one to stream.
Yeah, maybe.
And then it goes Super Mario, Metroid, and then Chrono Trigger, the best one of all time.
Super Metroid though, even that's a little high. I like Super Metroid. It's fine, but it's like I don't know. It has a lot of annoyances.
It's better as a ROM. It's better as a ROM.
Better as a ROM. What does that mean?
It's better mashed up with Legend of Zelda.
I don't know, man. After that run we did.
I'm doing another one. I'm addicted to that shit now. That's all I've been able to think about for fucking 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, gotta have a thing, bruh. I haven't streamed
Dude,
anything the
everything.
past week. We gotta do
I
shit.
know. Today's Monday. I have a relatively light work week, and I finished Halo. I'm coming down on Thursday if we don't get ditched 12 inches of snow on Wednesday, but either way, I'm probably coming down.
Oh god, I hope you get snow.
Why?
I don't want to go to that fucking concert.
We don't have. You don't have to go. We could just eat dinner and just not. You don't have to.
Somebody's making me go.
Well, like a bro, I tried to get you out of it, but she said no. That hoe is going, and I said okay.
Of
And that hoe
course.
being you.
Yeah. You a hoe.
You a hoe, Tom. You find any news?
I got something. It's nothing too interesting. I looked since we didn't do news last week. I was like, I'll look past 2 weeks to see what we had. It's all been like Activision shit and people's like fucking salaries at game companies. Shit, I just don't give a fuck about. I don't need to talk about how I guess Nintendo and Sega getting raises throughout, and Activision You see that Blizzard one where they fucking cut everybody's? They offered people what kind of like some kind of stock retention or something like that, and then they cut it.
Oh no.
And even though Activision Blizzard's having like the one of the highest years they've ever had, like one of the highest grossing quarters since they have all this. They launched Overwatch 2. They watched that Diablo mobile game, and their profits have been crazy high. But they're and then the head of the Blizzard department had this little speech like, you think all these fucking shareholders and people on the board are getting mad money, but you're wrong. Like, fuck you, bro. You know you're lying. Talking about. We can see the profit margins. You can't lie.
Bobby,
It's all public information.
Bobby Kotick just threatened to pull themselves out of the union if the fucking Oh my god, that's so funny. I think what happened, I think it was oh, who the fuck was it? Gearbox did something similar. They were just like, if we sell a certain amount of Borderlands 3, your guys gonna get big bonuses, and then they did. They're like, JK.
Yeah, I don't know. Corporations suck. Bobby Kotick had a line like, we care about profit above all else or something like that. I mean, people knew it, but it's just funny when he says it. He said the line.
That's a lie. Take a shot.
Uh, China is going stricter on children playing video games. I know they
Is
have
that
a
why? Yeah.
I know they implemented some kind of curfew and like weekday kind of thing where they need to like put in an ID or something so they can only play so many hours a day or something like that. Uh, what are they doing? I'm trying to look this article.
You should have
Uh,
read the people talking about the Blizzard server shutting down. It's just like, I've been playing this game every day for 10 years, and I remember it's like just people losing their mind that they can't play WoW anymore and StarCraft.
I'm not exactly sure what the increase is, but I guess it can stricter on these poor Chinese kids. They can't play their Genshin Impact or whatever's popular in China. Not WoW. Yeah, it's a great news story. Fucking wonderful. We all know that the Legend of Zelda game will cost $70. That's an interesting. I still don't understand this call. Why are they doing that? It's.
What yeah.
I mean, Nintendo makes a lot of money as it is. They sell a useless online pass they're roping people in for. The game's based off the older game they already had. It's not like they had to develop a new engine or anything. And then it's a fucking Nintendo game. Nintendo's no small company.
I think it's because they want to like follow suit as the other companies, but I'm
But
like,
the
what are
other
you gonna
companies are doing it on their new consoles. Like even PlayStation
exactly?
4 games are still 60, even if the same game is on the PS5. So it doesn't make any sense. Why would they do
Not at
that?
all.
I don't know. Fuck it all. A lot of news stories about the PSVR 2, and I just do not give a fuck about the PSVR 2. I don't know about you.
Not at all. I have a perfectly good Quest, and I thought it was a ridiculous move when they were making the PSVR 2, and they couldn't even get the PS5 on this. I literally have just seen two PS5s in the wild, and I'm like, eh. I think what I've seen everyone saying is like too little, too late. I'm like, bingo.
What they're saying, what my problem with this is that the VR market is already a niche market.
Yep.
So the development is pretty stale. It's not dead, but it's not. There's not. We're not getting any more Half-Life Alyxes out there. It's all small things that come out, mostly indie shit, or they get bonus modes to existing games and stuff like that. So what Sony is doing is they're coming in and they're releasing this $500 headset on a $500 console. So it's already the barrier entry, just based
That's
on
kind of
money and
yeah.
availability, because you can't just buy a PS5 still. And then they have all these prestige games coming out. These triple A is theoretical. And what's going to happen is these things are going to be so barrier restricted where you can't just like most people are not going to buy this. So it's you're already shooting for the VR community, which is already like a fragment of the gaming market, and they're adding it to this console, which people either have or don't. Most of the people don't. $500 headset. And then when Sony starts not selling these fucking games because it's going to be such a low market, I don't know what word I'm looking for here, install base. That's what I want.
100%. But it's like, why would they? it's you're hoping for the Sony fanboys who have bought the rest of the shit from you, that you're hoping they're gonna buy the next thing because. But at that point, don't you think you kind of learned from the PSVR not being that popular, and then you go really double downing into it, and then hope, like you had said, hoping someone's gonna go buy this new $500 headset when you could just go buy a fucking Quest
Yeah, exactly. But like all these
and save $200.
I mean, 200 on top of the fucking not having a PS5, so it's another
Exactly.
$500 there. So all
Like
these
you
Sony games are coming out. They're going to be the high end AAA whatever VR games exclusive to this headset. And Sony will sell a bunch of headsets to the people who are interested at the start, but there's no retention. So
can play Horizon.
yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck about Horizon? Too
Like
many
you can
people.
play
That game
Horizon.
sucks. But after the first like few months of the initial release of this headset, it's not going to sell any more headsets because people who have it, and then might sell a few more as people get PS5s and shit. But the sales numbers are not going to be there for these units, so they're not going to put money into it. So it'll just die like the PSVR one did, and then it'll be like it's a fragment of a fragmented community as it is, and then all these developers are going to say, "Oh fuck, this bombed again." So,
Exactly. I feel
so
like
it's
it's just
gonna
like
like crash the fucking VR market.
I'm like, are you just doing it just to crash the VR market and be like, "Fuck, it told you no one wants this." Be like, no, fucking Quest is great.
Sony doesn't commit. The PSVR 1 headset was a fucking nightmare. They killed the Vita
Oh my
after
god,
like
yeah.
2 years. They stopped making games for it because it wasn't selling like Call of Duty numbers. It's a niche market. They don't understand that. They want everybody to have a fucking
Calibrating,
Vita. You got to cater to the
calibrating the
people
beat,
who want those games.
calibrating Beat Saber on the PSVR was the biggest fucking nightmare. Being someone tall.
Just using the PSVR is a fucking nightmare. It was all based on like the fucking camera seeing the colors of certain things. It was stupid, dumb technology. And a lot of those games aren't even. You can't play PSVR 1 games on PSVR 2. The only way you can do it is if they made a patch or an updated pack that would install and patch it for PSVR 2,
And why
which
the
a lot of
fuck
people are
would
not
you?
going to do. So you can't play your Astrobots Playroom or the fuck that game was called.
That game was good too.
Yeah, what the fuck was it called? Astrobots Adventure or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the game you wanted to play. That and what was that? The London Heist or whatever it was. That one was alright. I
I
even
don't have a
got
reason to buy the PS5. There's nothing to buy on it. I don't want to play God of War. I don't want to play fucking God of War. Horizon. Horizon. I don't care about Horizon. I played Ratchet, but like, what else is out there?
Ratchet was the only game I actually cared about. Fun Sony
And
is dead. They don't exist anymore. The ones who made fucking Jumping Flash, they're gone. It's all fucking. I think mostly European honkies running that fucking company now. The one who said, "Oh, who would want to play Gran Turismo 2? That's an old game." That's the kind of people we're dealing with here.
like Returnal just came out for PC, so
Yeah,
there are going to be other.
Returnal's a game that shouldn't cost $70.
That's why I haven't touched it. I was like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I have it because it was like the only exclusive that was on the PS5, and I've had a PS5 since launch. So I've been here since the beginning, and I've played it maybe a combined 15 hours. However long it took me to play Ratchet and Dark Souls, or Demon Souls.
That shit was really fucking good.
It's a good game. I just wish the PS5 wasn't useless.
It plays Blu-rays.
Yeah, so does my Xbox.
Plays Blu-rays.
Yeah, it actually plays 4K discs this time around. The PS4 did not play 4K Blu-rays. My Xbox One S did, or One X. Maybe the S did too. I don't know, but I know the One X certainly did. But Sony, the people who make Blu-rays, didn't support Blu-rays on their PS4. Crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, specifically the 4K discs. But how else are you supposed to watch those fucking things? I
With some kind of add-on. Oh wait, that was HD DVD. Never mind.
have one of those somewhere around here.
Does it still work?
Well, working was something it barely did when I had the fucking thing working or set up. I bought Scanner Darkly. It was an HD DVD movie. I physically went to the store and purchased. Went home to watch. Put it in my HD DVD player. This disc cannot be read. So I said, "Fuck this," and I went online and just pirated it.
Watch that tripping on mushrooms.
Yeah, it's probably a good movie for it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to say I watched Pinocchio on acid. That was weird.
The original?
Yeah, my friends had bad ideas.
I don't know. That'd be fun. Alice in Wonderland, the 1951 movie. That'd be fun to watch and doing some
I just remember
psychedelics.
we had some jazz music on, and I just remember thinking I was in like a 1950s piano bar. And there was another time my friend was watching that Harry Potter like Slytherin thing, and I remember like finding myself in like underneath their bed and watching like little orbs. I don't know. That's just weird.
You know, Fantasia exists, right?
Fantasia would be a good one to watch too.
I think that's why it exists. That's why they made it. Pop some fucking LSD and go nuts.
Fucking acid.
A bunch of ex Ubisoft Montreal developers
I'll give it to you.
have they made a new studio and they're working on a game based on a Korean fantasy novel called The Bird That Drinks Tears. That's gonna be
Are you
interesting.
gonna see the bird that drinks tea?
I mean, I like tea.
The birds that drink tea would be a great game.
Here's your chance to come in with your own adaptation. It could be like your Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
That wasn't bad.
I like the Ubisoft Montreal team. They've made some good games in the past, so this would be cool. It's very interesting how they're picking a Korean, fantasy story. But not bad. Just I was not expecting that choice to be made. So let's see what that's gonna be like. 150 people in the studio, I believe. Yeah, that's a no. Sorry, the team aims to grow to 150 people in the next 3 years to work on this game. So that's something. Ubisoft has some good teams. It's a shame that the French division sucks ass with all their sexual problems. A
They have
lot
a
of
lot of them.
yeah, yeah, mostly from the French end. The CEO seems to be a giant scumbag and not nice to the ladies. There was a new category added to the Grammys. They have video game soundtracks. Video game soundtracks have previously been introduced in other categories, but this time it was its own dedicated category. Video game soundtracks. Assassin's Creed's Valhalla DLC ended up winning. The composer Stephanie Economo. I didn't play the DLC for Valhalla, but I'm sure it's a lovely little soundtrack. I don't know what the other choices were. Let's see here. Uh Aliens Fire Team Elite for soundtrack?
Really?
The fuck? Call of Duty Vanguard? Mario's Guardians of the Galaxy was all fucking 80s music.
Yeah.
In Old World, who nominated these games? There's some fucking fantastic soundtracks over the fucking last year. The fuck? Fucking Call of Duty Vanguard? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Grammys? What are you talking about here? Fucking Christ, I'll take the Pokemon game over goddamn fucking Aliens Fire Team Elite. Do you remember any music from Fire Teams Elite, Brett?
Oh.
The fuck? How about you nominate some good soundtracks? I mean, this Assassin's Creed soundtrack could be great, but throw some competition on the board. The fuck?
Oh, this definitely doesn't have the online version like it said it did.
That might be all I have for news stories. I don't got shit. It's been a fucking
Oh,
shitty week. It's all the news stories I pull up are just reviews for games I can't play yet.
I could play this online. That's gonna bullshit. Alright, it's worth $1.
This person gave Forspoken a 2 out of 5, which is a terrible review.
Halo was very mediocre. That game kind of.
We're not there yet, buddy.
I'm sorry, my bad. We're
We're
talking
not
about
fucking
news.
there. I'm still judging news stories I'm pulling up. Some guy made a funny comment about the very stiffed boobs in the One Piece game, and I thought that was funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta make those things
Nerd
bounce.
boobs.
You gotta get you gotta get the Ninja Gaiden people in there. Apparently, they're not good at making video games, but they're good at making the boobies bounce. Oh God. They really like that Sackboy shit, huh? They have that game that came out on the PS4/PS5 that nobody gave a fuck about. They ported it to PC, which nobody gave a fuck about, and now they're putting on mobile, which I'm sure nobody will give a fuck about. Fucking Sackboy. The fuck?
What a weird game to go to fucking war for, huh?
Yeah. It's like the Nintendo what the games Nintendo makes that are like the ones that are on the 3DS that nobody give like the Chibi Robo side game and the Pikmin 2D fucking side scroller thing that was garbage. Seems to be like this seems to be what's one of Sony's versions of that. It was just like it wasn't a mainline Little Big Planet. It was just some shitty side scroller that they gave a fuck about. Weird. What the fuck are video games these days? Ah, these Atomic Heart reviews are everywhere, from like 3 out of 10 to 9.5 out of 10. Like, fucking get some consistency here, people.
What times it come out? Would you be able to play it at midnight?
I have no idea. I don't know when Xbox unlocks. It's on Game Pass.
Typically, they let you play at midnight, I thought.
I have no idea. I'm not that kind of person that waits up to midnight for a game to unlock.
Yeah, what kind of loser does that? Oh, me.
Yeah, I like to sleep. I don't know. I don't need to go to bed at fucking 10 a.m. like or 10 p.m. like one of our co-hosts seems to love to do, but you know, I'm not waiting staying up till midnight to play a fucking video game. That's when
Sometimes
I
I'll stay up.
That's when I lay in my bed and watch YouTube videos till I fall asleep. I don't know, man. Fucking nothing's happening. It's a very boring time of year. People are excited about fucking wizard games and shitty headsets.
I, that Harry Potter thing is just kind of weird.
Just kind of weird. Yep, just kind of
I'm,
weird. That's what it
I'm
is.
just a lot of weird. I don't even fucking know how to even say what it is. It's just depressing of the human world,
Yeah,
of the human race.
yeah,
That that's where people are going to fucking war for at this point.
yeah.
Depressing? Is that a better term?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you got? What's in your heart, buddy?
I haven't really looked at news to be honest. I've been playing a shit ton of this. Well, are we at that point?
Might as well. Let's get it done.
I've been playing a shit ton of this game that just came out on Friday called Dust and Neon. It's like this twin stick shooter where you have to level up your character so you can go get a bunch of guns and shit during your runs, but if you die you lose your guns, but you keep your level and shit that you've leveled put like your stats into your characters. Twin stick shooter. I'm finding some parts of it a little bit frustrating, but it's enough that it's just keeping me addicted that like every time you clear a level, you want to do another one, you want to do another one, and you're just kind of hoping your runs chain together. I've killed the first boss. I am says 8 hours in, but I've left it on my computer a few times. Super enjoyable. It's really the only thing I've been playing, and I finished Halo, and I think that game is the most overrated fucking game anyone can fight me on. Halo Infinite was just a bleh.
Wait. You say overrated, but nobody gave a fuck about it. So I'd say it'd be about aptly rated.
I read every review I read for it just because I thought I was broken. It was everyone gave it like a 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10, and said it was the best Halo since Reach, and I'm disagree. You're all fucking crazy. Probably the same people who gave freaking Chrono Trigger #1 on their fucking list over Zelda.
I can't get over
I
that.
pl-
That's a terrible fucking manga. Could you fix your avatar? You drive me nuts.
Sorry.
You keep like, slumping over and looking straight up like you're fucking coming or something.
So like I don't know. I played all the way through it because me and my friend have played through every single one of them, and we both just got to the end of it, and we're like, yeah, that was a game.
I mean, it's Halo.
Very mediocre.
Somebody
Very fucking
today in chat
mediocre.
was saying like, "Well, Last of Us is doing really good with this TV show. Why couldn't Halo do this?" Like first off,
God.
the Halo story is incredibly fucking stupid. It's also
Yep.
incredibly convoluted. It's a lot of shit going on for what ends up being you mowing down a bunch of aliens. It's not very interesting. So that show was doomed to fail. I never watched it. Did you watch the Halo show?
No, because
Yeah.
of those reasons.
I've heard nothing about it. And the only thing I heard about it is that Master Chief bangs.
All I wanted out of like a Halo game is like something something flood, something something bad guy, And the end of the game, they had a few really cool parts, like where they're gonna. I think the ending, they did this cutscene after the end of it that is gonna potentially lead into the next game. And I think if it's going that direction, like okay, that's kind of cool. But they were doing like a bunch of stupid like spoilers in five, four, three, two, one.
But I haven't
They
played it
do
yet.
all. Do you care?
Fuck no. It's Halo.
Okay, so they do a bunch of fucking lead-ins that make it seem like they make this really cool AI, and she's like, "Hey, Chief, I'm fucking here because of obvious reasons. That's gonna be the plot point." Meh. And then, like midway through the game, she's like, "Wait, I was based off of Cortana? How could you trust me, Chief?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, is this where they say that like, why am I supposed to be here?" And then at the end of the game, Chief is like, "You can name yourself." She's like, "I think I have an idea." And I'm like, oh my god. It was just like one cringy dialogue after one cringy dialogue after one cringy dialogue, and me and my friend are sitting there going, I think we're I think they just completely missed the whole heartfelt moment that we're supposed to be feeling this shit. And I was like, yeah, they've been leading this whole thing that somehow Cortana's never gonna leave this fucking game, where I think that's what they need to do. They just need to like I don't fucking know. I'm sick of this corrupt falling in love with an AI thing.
Yeah, they'll get rid of Cortana as soon as Star Wars gets rid of fucking Skywalkers. Ain't gonna happen, bruh.
They made this really cute, adorable AI that I think if they just kept it that way instead of going, how are you gonna trust me, Chief? Just like, why can't we just have a new AI that just leads you through the story of just like, whoa, Chief, I unlocked that door for you, haha. Instead of being like, I don't like, we went through 5 fucking games of Doom and Gloom Cortana, and we finally have this like nice AI. She's like, wait a minute, huh? And like the whole self-realizing shit in fucking in sci-fi just needs to stop.
I think you need to stop worrying about the stupid plot in a fucking Halo game.
Maybe probably would feel better if I did.
Fix your fucking avatar.
I am. I'm fucking sitting. I'm sitting straight up.
On the program itself, go into it and hit recenter avatar. Because you keep looking straight up and your eyes keep like fucking gorging out like you're getting your fucking dick sucked. And it's
But
really
I'm.
distracting me.
But I'm not.
I'm sure you're not, Brett. You're talking about Halo. Oh, Christ.
There we go.
Thank you.
Ah, what, Tommy-san? Ah.
Well, now you're not moving at all. That's just fucking weird. Give me some wiggle. I don't need maximum wiggle. Oh my god. YouTuber was a
Ah.
VTubing was a
Tom.
mistake.
Yes, I told you this in the beginning. Tommy-san.
Yeah, what's up, bruh?
I don't know.
I might buy that stupid hand thing. I was looking into it. They're not that expensive. You like put it on front of your keyboard or like clip it to your shirt or some shit and it tracks your hands.
Not that bad.
So I can like go jazz hands and people are like, whoa, this person is really into fucking VTubing. I should watch him on YouTube or Twitch or what the fuck we're on. What are we on?
Which.
All right. Well, we got some chat stuff here. We got I don't know anything more about that Jesus game other than they were making it. I don't think there's been any development about that game other than the initial news story. You see that game? I think it's called like I Am Jesus or something like that.
The Tetris movie, I cannot fucking wait for. I play a ton of goddamn Tetris. I watched the trailer. I'm
What kind of movie is
skeptical.
this?
So basically, they did the whole trailer. If you go watch it, is the
I don't
guy
watch
gets like
trailers.
the guy gets addicted to Tetris, and he's like and then he goes to Nintendo. He's like, you need to put Tetris on the Game Boy, and it's like the whole story of how they had to sneak Tetris out of USSR, and
Okay.
it's like kind of an espionage movie. And I always get worried because I love Tetris. I have a Tetris main tattoo. Fucking Tetris is my jam. I played fucking 6 games of Tetris tonight. It's just what I do. Um, so yeah, I was kind of worried. Looks great though.
I'd rather have been in a stupid movie where like big blocks were falling out of the sky.
No, we had it. It was called Pixels. Fuck that.
Oh, your favorite movie?
Fuck you. That movie's garbage.
Top 10 Brett movies?
Uh, top 5 garbage movies. It would be like that. Cold as Ice.
What's Cold as
Uh,
Ice?
Cold as Ice is a romantic comedy with Vanilla Ice where
Oh
he
yeah,
falls in love with the mayor's
yeah.
daughter, and
I
there's a
remember that.
montage that starts in the morning, goes to the afternoon, night, and then he drops her
It's
off mid-afternoon.
it's
Oh, it's so
it's
fucking
cool
good.
as ice, right?
Cold as Ice, yeah.
Cool, right? Cool as ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you keep saying cold. I think that's incorrect. I believe it's
Cool,
cool
it's
as.
cool as ice, yeah.
Okay.
Him and his
Yeah.
homies are driving their Kawasaki motorcycles through
Oh
town, and they break
yeah.
down, and it's gonna take a few days for him to get fixed, and he falls in love with the mayor's daughter at that time period.
I've totally seen that movie.
It's so
Oh God. Have you seen Over the
good.
Top? The Arnold, no, it's the Stallone movie
Oh my god, the
where he has this
fucking
kid and he's
yes.
traveling as a trucker and he gets to like fucking arm wrestling matches.
I might go watch that just because it's just like it's over the top.
Oh, it's so good. What was the one with that fucking the Seahawks quarterback, where the fuck he was? He was a
I would say the Wizard
linebacker.
would be number two just
That
because
movie
that's just a
sucks.
walking commercial for the fucking Nintendo.
That movie sucked back then and it sucks now. Fuck the Wizard.
It's so funny just because it's got two of the best lines in it because she's getting chased through the casino and someone touches. She's like, "He
California.
touched my boob! He touched my boob!" And I thought about how like the Nintendo hotline back in the day was like fucking $2 a minute, and there's literally a section where they're on it from the time they get to the casino to the time he gets the, like that would have been like a $900 bill in 1987.
Stone Cold was the name of that movie with the Seahawks player.
The Nintendo Power Glove, it's so bad.
It's
Yeah,
so bad.
only if we knew what you're. Only if we listened to you, Mr. Bartlett. Only if we listened to you.
I mean, if you're gonna watch a cringe movie like that, I'd just watch Hackers.
But you could watch that, and you could do a drinking game to the amount of New Kids on the Block songs in it, because it sound like if you go back and watch it, it sounds like they don't have any other bands in it. So you have Hang Tough, you have n- Don't Leave Me Girl, in another scene. I was like, it's all the New Kids on the Block fucking hits.
Are you
Hackers
uh
is a good bad movie.
are you hacking the planet right now?
I love Hackers for that scene where those two roboted arms just fucking start battling out on VHS tapes.
Fucking
We're
hell.
hacking the grid right now. You like weird horror movies and stuff like that. Have you watched the reboot of Flatliners?
No, it looked fucking abysmally bad.
I feel
I
like we
had
should watch it and rate it.
like wasn't Elliot Page in it for some
I
reason?
think so.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Like
I want to watch it. I loved like the concept of the original Flatliners.
the original Flatliners was interesting. I haven't seen it in 20 something years, so it's probably trash and I just don't recall, but I remember it being okay.
The Emoji Movie. Oh, we're just gonna avoid that.
The Emoji Movie wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I was one of those movies that I just downloaded and watched for the fucking fun of it. Like, this is gonna be fucking trash. And I watched it and you're like, you know what? This wasn't terrible. I mean, kids probably like it. It's not the most offensive thing. It's like that the Angry Birds movie, which had a lot of adult jokes for some reason. I guess I was I mean, like, some things can manage to handle both children's humor and like throw in some like more adult rated jokes, and it would fly over the kids' heads and shit. Like, oh yeah, I get it. I'm an
The
adult.
Sausage Party. That's what it was.
Now fuck Sausage Party. That was gross. But
That was a gross movie.
like Angry Bird movie, it's like, hey Peckerhead, like fuck it, gee, that's a little direct. That's not even subtle.
Oh, Cars did that towards the end. Cars, I thought was like Cars 2 and 3 were just like, fuck it, we're gonna do some adult humor. Cars 3 was really good graphics though.
I've never graphics.
Those are
I've
fun.
I've never seen a Cars movie.
I like them. They're
And
cute for what they are.
they look stupid as fuck.
Got a
I'm
race car.
I'm one of those people. I don't know. I don't think Pixar movies are great. People love Pixar, but I don't know,
No.
man. I like the Disney animated movies, like the Moana and your
Yep.
Tangled and all that shit. Pixar movies are kind of full of themselves, if you know what I mean. Like they think they're higher tier than what they are.
Turning Red, that was Disney. Yeah, no, it's Disney. That's a good one.
Which one?
Turning Red was on
Oh,
the
I didn't see
panda
that
one.
one. Yeah, I heard it was good.
That Evie loves it because we like trolls. We're a troll household. Sing was fun.
I don't know. I didn't do that one.
Uh, like the only Pixar one I really liked was fucking Finding Nemo, and that was like way, way, way back in the day.
I mean, I like Pixar movies well enough. I just don't get the prestige level. People who
No.
like jerk them off to be these things. Like Toy Story is a fun movie. I even like Toy Story 4. That was fun. I mean, people didn't like that one as much, but I thought it was fun. It was a fine movie. Uh, like Up is fun. Ratatouille's okay. All watchable movies. I don't dislike any of them. It's just I don't get the fucking, you know.
No, I
Like
agree.
like I like How to Train Your Dragon and stuff like that. Those are
Those are
fun
fun.
movies. Yeah. I don't think they're worse than a Pixar movie.
No, I saw them in theaters. I thought they were good. The Onward, I thought was that movie. I think there was a Pixar movie. I used to take an edible and go see a fucking whatever animated movie was going on. And I saw that movie where the kid was like trying to. It was like the metal animation movie. I think that was a
Yeah,
Pixar
it was
one. It was
Onward.
just
Yeah.
so Onward, so fucking bad. I
I
was
didn't
just like, oh okay.
I didn't see that Soul movie. Did you see Soul?
No, I thought about it. I never got around to it. I heard it was good. I heard
Yeah.
they did another one talking about a black cat, and I heard that was fucking awful.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
Hey, you
I'll
talk
look it
about
up
Kiki's
quick.
Delivery Service because that's a good movie.
No.
The Black Cat
It was
Returns.
called
That's another
The
Pixar
Very
movie.
Unlucky
Or
Black Luck.
that was another Ghibli movie.
Yeah, Luck has following a black cat into the new world, and I'm trying to see
I have
who did it.
absolutely
Oh,
no idea what you're talking about.
Apple TV. It was on Apple TV
I have Apple TV. I don't watch it, but I like pay for it for some reason.
from the creators of Toy Story and Cars. Yep, it's
Hey,
Pixar. Hey, I was right.
this is rated bad, poorly. Do people don't like it?
It was like mediocre. They said, but it was like you said, it was an overrated one.
Which one will make me cry? The cat movie?
Yeah, Up made me cry because they're just like, and she dies.
Eh, I mean,
But it was a movie
that
about
was like
life.
one of those like forced emotion kind of scenes. Like,
Oh, 100%.
look at
Yeah.
them love each other. Then they get old and one dies. Like, yeah, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, plot. You're making
Yep.
me
He's gonna
cry.
be miserable, and yeah, and it's like,
Oh, Soul. Apparently, I'll cry for. I've been very bad at watching movies lately. I'm very behind. I watched The Menu. That was fun.
oh, yep, that's on my list.
Yeah. That's about it. We watched some shitty Ashton Kutcher movie on Netflix.
Which one?
You have to help me out with this one, Soul. It was Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon. It was really bad rom com.
Oh, Five. No, that's not Five Christmases.
No, it's
Five
like
Christmases is a good
Your
one.
Place or something like that. Like Your Place or Mine. Yeah, that's the name of it.
No, Five Christmases is Vince Vaughn. Never mind. That's Reese Witherspoon though. Or Four Christmases.
Have you seen Book of Henry?
No.
Oh, I've never heard of this movie, but I watched a review making fun of it. I never knew this movie existed, but it has like Naomi Watts in it.
Really?
Yeah, and Naomi Watts never ages. She always looks like she's perpetually 30 years old. I don't know how she does it. She's a witch or something. Vampire.
Your Place or Mine? I feel like I haven't
Don't
watched
watch it.
this.
It's bad. It's stupid.
I've got a 2.5 hour bus ride in a few days.
Don't watch a good fucking movie.
That's true.
I want to watch the bottom of the barrel. We have like literally thousands of movies to choose from.
Yeah, but I could get high on the
Watch
bus and watch a bad movie.
it's a good movie. Have you seen Leon the Professional?
No.
Yeah, watch that. It's a good movie. I don't know why that was the first movie that came to my mind, but you know.
I have no idea, but you've got a pretty good choice in movies.
I don't know,
I've watched
did you watch Drive?
no.
Oh, fucking Drive's phenomenal. Great movie.
Every movie when I was just like, what movie haven't I watched before? You're like, watch this one, and I don't think you've given me a bad recommendation.
I regret the American Me. Yeah, that's
American Me was an interesting one just because that was a good movie because it had a fair amount of actors, but the plot goes off the fucking handle for a little bit. But overall, I don't regret watching it. It was just a lot different than I was expecting. But like, I really liked the main actor in playing it all the way through, and it had Shang Tsung in it.
that's
Very,
where
very.
I call my fucking prestige when I have Shang Tsung.
But I like I can understand why you wouldn't recommend just like you're like I can't remember why I recommended it, but I remember just there was a lot of shock to it, but I remember liking it. It wasn't that too fucking bad.
I go through phases where I watch like a certain genre. Like I'll watch a shit ton of crime movies, or I'll watch a shit ton of
Exactly.
like Ghibli movies, and that was just one of the crime movies I watched back when I was watching all those movies, which is like 20 years ago, maybe a little like high school era. So
Like
my dates
El,
like
El
I
Casino, I mean, it was, but then I was like, oh, I should just watch
Casino.
Goodfellas.
Oh, you mean Bad Goodfellas?
Exactly. I was like, oh, okay. Now I can get the references to both on why people don't like this movie because it was very mediocre.
One of the fun things you can watch is or play is go through all those PS2 games that have like the weird movie adaptations for some reason. Like the Godfather game, the Scarface game. There's a fucking Shield and a Sopranos tie-in. There's a 24 tie-in. There's Reservoir Dogs that explains what happens before the movie starts, like the bank robbery that went wrong and shit. Like all this unnecessary shit you do not need to watch, but they made games for anyway. Those are fun. Fun in like why the fuck is this a game way? None like none of them are actually really good. Scarface game's all right. The Godfather game's all right too. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can see.
I don't know. I'm behind on everything. I've been watching The Last of Us, and that's pretty much it. I watched
I
this.
am 3 episodes behind.
I was watching a show today called Harlem. Like this show is not made for me, but I'm in for it, man. It's like about like four black women in Harlem. One's like super lesbian, so it's all this like LGBT blackness. I'm like this. Huh. I'm sure I am not what they were thinking of when they were making this show, but you know what? Show's all right. I'm into it.
Oh yeah, Wild Hearts looks fucking great.
Wild Hearts is that EA Monster Hunter game, right?
Yeah.
I know it's getting trashed in PC optimization. Apparently, there's been a thing with modern PC games releasing that are having a lot of issues with shader caching, so a lot of stuttering's been happening. I know that Callisto Protocol got hit real bad with it. Apparently, Dead Space to a lesser degree. That one you just said is apparently really rough on optimization on the PC end. I don't know. It's been not a great time for PC games.
Seeing what's came out this week, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, not much. I played the Theatrhythm game. I know you have been playing that too. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, yeah. I don't know why we didn't talk about that. That game was fucking a breath of fresh air.
It's not a lot to talk about. It's like the other games, but they have this
Yeah.
weird progression mode in it that I don't fully understand. It's like
Um,
they have
yeah.
like they'll have
I played through two
subquests.
full episodes without fucking realizing I could change characters.
You can change characters. There's difficulties you can switch to, which I didn't know you did that at a certain menu because
Oh,
I played through the a level in the quest in that level was like beat this game on the harder difficulty. I'm like, how do you change the difficulty? I didn't even see that option because
I got through. Oh, who the fuck? I made it through like Kefka. It was just like use the summons. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't been into my optimized menu yet.
oh, I have absolutely zero idea how any of that works. It's like
Okay,
it just
so
happens. It just things happen on the screen. All I do is press the button to the music.
all I can think of that the only way I can explain it is you go into the menu and you equip all the skills that you're failing the songs for. So you have to go equip them to those
I'm sorry,
characters, and then you.
I don't fail songs, Brett.
Well, I mean, not fail the song, but fail the quest for the song, like the one that's just like use 15 slash attacks. And then when I assume that randomly in the battle when you hit a critical, that's when it does like the summons and shit. Because I was like, I have Knights of the Round, good to know.
I know some of the notes will have a like a sparkle effect around them, and I assume that if you get all of those ones, something happens. But I don't know what. A lot of the ones I fail are like do X amount of damage. Like how do I do more damage? Is it tied to my level? Is it based on the skills I have equipped? Like what changes this? I don't know.
I want to like kill the boss in 30 seconds. I'm like, how do I kill the boss in 30 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't care about any of this. I just want to listen to the music and hit the notes. I know that you're a Final Fantasy game in a way, but I don't care about damage numbers. It's a music game. What are you talking about?
Like, I guess if I beat the quest, I'm kind of stoked, but if not, eh.
I'm playing through Final Fantasy VIII now, and a lot of those I'm just not passing the subquests. I do not know why. My character's level like 99 and shit. Like I should be doing these things. I equip the skills, the ones that make sense.
I did Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6, and now I went back to 4, which is 2, right? Yeah.
I started on 2 because it's like the one the game defaults you to, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize you can change it. But yeah, so I just did it as the tutorial one and went through it. Then I switched to 12, obviously, because I'm me. And then I went to go play 7. No, sorry, I did Mystic Quest before that. But I went to go 7, but they have 7 Remake, and I didn't realize they had 7 Remake. So I unlocked 7 Remake instead of 7. And I was a
I
little sad
still
about
could see
that.
that Mystic Quest was there. I'm like, that's a pretty good call out for like my fucking 1990.
Mystic
Like,
Quest was in the previous one on the 3DS.
oh neat.
So far, I haven't seen anything that hasn't been in that game except the ones that weren't out at the time. Like 15 wasn't out yet, so the 15 soundtrack's new. The remake, obviously. They had a lot of side games on that last one, but I haven't seen them yet in this one. I'm sure they're there, but like, they had Secret of Mana and Romancing Saga and stuff like that. Some of the side games. I wonder if they have Kingdom Hearts in this game. That'd be nice. I'm not sure what's not in the game that's not on the main menu.
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing because they didn't have Cyan's song. Like, I was really bummed out there was no Doma for fucking Final Fantasy 6 because I love that song.
Doma, which one's that?
Do no no do where fucking Cyan's family dies.
I don't remember.
Do do do
They
do
got
do
they have Figaro
do do
Castle because
do. Yeah, they
that's a
did.
dope ass song.
They had Figaro, they had Terra's, they have the uh Magai's Tower, Kefka's song, Locke song,
Is
like
Celeste one of the
Novell.
characters you get when you unlock 6? Because I like Celeste a lot.
Yeah, you do.
All right, cool. I'll have to add her to my party.
And they do. Oh, you got the Opera House, which was worth it, and then you get
Ah,
Ultrarosa's song.
Ultros is fun. I don't.
Uh,
I never understood that opera scene. I never got the big deal about it. I watched it when I was a kid and like, okay, this is a scene. And then they did it in like
yeah,
3D in the Pixel remaster. And I'm just watching it. I'm like, I still don't get this. This is stupid. I like Celeste. She's like my favorite character in that game. I just do not get this
yeah.
scene.
It was because it was like the first music type song. It was like a break from the rest of the game. It was like, oh, I'm not finally fighting things, and it led to the scene where you're like trying to make sure she doesn't get a dumbbell dropped on her head. But the music made no fucking sense. It was just like the lyrics were so thrown together. It was just like it's a fun scene though. It's
did
just
you
such a small part. I think it's overrated.
did you play the retranslation of 6?
Yeah, I'm playing through it now.
Yeah. I don't know what they use in the Pixel remaster. If it's a completely new translation or like the revised one that they used on the Steam games, I don't know.
I just got to the point where I got off the raft because I overleveled my characters like I do every time I play that game.
Yeah. Get all
Eight-bit,
swarp
yeah,
around,
just like
yeah. Turbo button.
exactly. I held it down with a fucking piece of
Does
tape,
that
went away for 8 hours.
does that work on the Pixel remaster?
Yep.
That's crazy. I think they would have fixed that.
Nope. 8-bit dough controller, memory, heal, auto crossbow, attack.
And Navi agrees
8
with
hours
me.
and go.
Thank you, Navi.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's like yeah.
I just don't
I,
understand it. It's one of those things that people. It's like
oh
the
my hero, so far away now.
It's like in
Will I ever
Shut the fuck
see
up.
your smile?
It's like
Oh
that song
no.
Moon in the DuckTales game for the NES, where people are always like, that is like one of the greatest background songs. Like, it's not even like the best background song in the game. Not to mention the entire NES library of games. Like, I don't get that song. It's just one of those things I just don't understand. One of those zeitgeist things.
The Ash song.
Which one?
Misty from Pokemon admitting her love to Ash in the Pokemon soundtrack CD. It's like, Ash, I love you. And he's like, what, Misty?
What?
You never heard that song? All right,
I watched the movie, and she says it in
there's,
the movie.
there's a long lost Pokemon song that Misty sings her love to Ash while they're like, well, sleeping at a campfire, and Ash wakes up. She's like, just go back to sleep.
Why
Yep.
would I? Why would I know that?
Because you were hanging out with a group of friends that we used to listen to it at the time. I assumed you was just known.
Right. No,
All right,
I,
I'm
I
the
was
one who
not.
has
I was not listening to Pokemon to be a master soundtrack. Sorry.
look at me, I'm too good for the Pokemon like a master soundtrack.
No, I had the Mother One soundtrack with the vocals. Thank you very much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a great album.
It is a great one. That's a deep cut.
What are you trying to say?
That you're a nerd.
Oh, okay, valid. Yeah, that Final Fantasy game is solid. Highly recommended. $50. Switch PS4. No PC release on that one. Weird enough. I don't know what else I've been playing. I gotta look at the list here. Not much. Oh yeah, I wanted to play. I was playing Theatrhythm. I was like, which Final Fantasy game should I play? Because I'm in a Final Fantasy mood right now, and I was told to play 7. So like, all right, I'll play 7 again. That's fine. And then I went into the fucking rabbit hole of the Final Fantasy 7 modding scene.
Oh,
And
God.
are you aware of this split in the modding community? Where
No.
there was like a big disagreement between these two modding groups, and they're like completely separate now, and they don't talk to each other. It's like, yeah, we don't deal with those motherfuckers over there. We do our own shit. So that one of the groups has exclusivity to the retranslation of Final Fantasy VII. It's called like the uh Biakaz mod because it was a misspelled word in the game. So they have that on this other mod pack, and this other mod pack it's a thing you just install over Final Fantasy 7 on Steam, and it has kind of a mod manager, but not really. It's kind of like a specific menu that you can pick and choose from. Whereas the other one, called the Seventh Heaven, you just download mods, add them to the launcher, and you can do whatever you want and mix and match and all that shit. It's way more compatible, a lot more options. Has a better 60 frames per second patch, but it doesn't have that retranslation mod. So you got to stick with the old translation, which has its charm. This guy are sick and all that stuff. But the translation in general is just pretty shitty. It's not very clear. The story is, I mean, I don't know if you know the story in Final Fantasy 7. It's out there.
Yeah, it's weird.
You think you're like a fucking eco terrorist trying to save the world, and involves fucking clones of alien corpses and shit. It makes no fucking sense. It's fucking out there, man. It takes a turn. Oh shit!
And then
That
the
game.
remix takes a turn.
Oh, I love the remake for that though, because it knows, it's like self-aware of how
That's what I like
stupid it
about
is,
it.
and it's like, you know what? I'm aware of this being a remake of a video game, me being a character in the video game. That's something. Let's have fun with it. Oh god, that game. The ending of that game is ridiculous. It turns to a fucking Dragon Ball Z fight.
I cannot wait.
Ah, shit. I'm very curious what they're going to do with the sequel in terms of your character progression. Is it just going to start everybody back to level 1? I mean, that makes the most logical sense. It just kind of makes the previous game feel kind of worthless. I'd say, well, why is he level 1 again? Because I had all these skills and shit and equipment, but now I got a Buster Sword and no skills again? But
Pointed to River City Girls. That's because you slacked during your summer vacation and did nothing but played video games and eat junk food.
that's fair. I don't know. I don't think there's a release date for that game yet.
This year.
I don't know. We're getting 16 this year, so we'll probably hold off to next year. 16 being one of the few games I'm actually excited for.
I'm not excited for games this year. I
Uh,
think they're a waste of time. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, they're a giant waste of time. That's why my life's so miserable. But
I just get excited whenever I see new ones that I'm like coming out. I'm like, oh, I can just buy the impulse ones.
yeah. So far, on my list of games I'm actually excited about are Zelda, Pikmin, and Final Fantasy.
Buy Zelda. This might be the year that I play through
Breath of the Wild is a wonderful game.
Breath of the Wild.
It's better than
Hey,
Overwatch 2, you fucking chud.
Hey, I stopped playing like 10 games in.
Yeah, whatever.
Current game schedule.
Whatever.
We're in February. Going
See,
into
Navi has my
March.
back. Pikmin 4 looks dope. I know this new batch of Mario Kart DLC tracks came out. I haven't played them yet. I played the last
yeah,
batch and they're all good.
Dead Cells Castlevania DLC is next month, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'll play that for sure. That looks really good. The way I see it, as long as Konami is not fucking making their half-ass production games, somebody else with the license can do a better job. Well, let's do that. Who would make a good Castlevania game? other than Iga himself.
Final Fantasy 4 remakes last month.
What?
Final Fantasy 4 remake.
Final Fantasy 4 remake?
Yeah.
What
Resident
about?
Evil 4, sorry. Resident Evil 4
Oh,
remake,
okay.
sorry.
Final Fantasy 4 remake came out like 20 years ago. What are you talking about? Uh, the Final Fantasy 4, the remake that was on the PSP, so not the 3D remake, but the one that was it was it was 4 mixed with the weird sequel. Do you ever play the sequel to Final Fantasy 4?
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it was a episodic game that came out on the Wii originally. And I think there's like 4 or 5 episodes of that game. And it was bizarre. It had a lot to do with day and night cycles, where your attacks did different damage depending on whether it was day or night.
Neat.
Yeah, I think you're Cecil's kid or something. I vaguely remember it.
Oh, yeah. I should go.
But yeah,
Yeah,
they've remade that and put it as a complete package on the PSP game. So if you play 4 again, I recommend the PSP game.
I'll
Unless
have to
this
do
Pixel
that.
Remaster is any good. I haven't played the Pixel Remastered. I haven't played any of them. I should check out 5
The
since I
Final
like 5 so
Fantasy
much.
6 Pixel Remaster is fucking fantastic. I love it. Anyone who wants to looking to get into it, it was completely redone versus the bullshit ones we used to get. That whenever they put it on Steam, that was just the Android and iOS remakes. It's fucking legit. I'm thinking about just because I've been replaying the rhythm games. I'm thinking about restarting them. So anyone who's been thinking of getting that itch, do it.
Yeah. Are those Pixel
They're great.
Remasters on Switch? Or are they only on PC?
They're only on PC, but I know the Crisis Core is on Switch.
Crisis
So
Core's on everything.
thinking about playing that on Switch.
Why would you play that on Switch? Play on
Because I don't have
play it
because
legitimately anything else. Like, the
yeah.
Xbox, the PC, the PSP for fuck's sake. I'll take that over the fucking Switch.
Because I can get access to Switch things.
Oh, you're a dirty pirate. I forgot.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. There goes our CD keys for future games, you prick.
Whoops. Just kidding. I would never do that.
Now,
Wink.
now I can't get my advanced copy of Atomic Heart and give it between a 4 and a 9 like everybody else seems to be
Wink.
doing.
Wink.
Uh, would you download a car, Brett?
Yes. If I
Yeah,
could. If it showed up in my backyard, fuck yes, I'd download a car.
I'd totally download a car. I don't think I won't.
Who the fuck wouldn't download a car? You're a liar if you said you wouldn't.
Exactly.
If
Oh
some
no,
if you had a
Mercedes is gonna be
BMW,
mad at me.
you
Oh no,
fucking
poor
kidding?
Mercedes.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, the Porsche company. Oh, poor Porsche. Poor fucking Porsche.
Oh
Guess Joe Rogan's gonna get one less Traeger grill this month because of me downloading that Porsche.
man, I was listening to Joe Rogan episode. I was doing a who was it? Was it Bill Burr? Was talking to him.
Yeah, you were telling me you were doing a Bill Burr binge.
Yeah, my YouTube just recommends me Bill Burr. I guess it just knows I'm from Boston. It's like here you go. Here's all the Bill Burr we got. I'm like, all right, I'll watch some, and then it just kind of it auto plays its thing. I'll be on an episode of Conan. There'll be an episode of fucking Good Morning America, and then all of a sudden switch to fucking Joe Rogan, and I'm listening to this 2 hour podcast. And Joe Rogan's such a fucking idiot. Everything he says is stupid. You ever listen to that man talk? Everything he says is dumb.
Yeah, like someone broke my brain with it the other day, where he's like Joe Rogan has slowly turned into the conspiracy theorist he played on news radio 20 years ago. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, it's so fucking true.
Uh, what was he talking about? Or was it just the stupidest fucking thing? Oh, he's like, oh, I got my identity stolen in some way. I think it's because I got Windows. I got this new laptop that has Windows on it. I think it's something to do with me having Windows. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Joe Rogan? What are you actually talking about, fucking moron?
I was dumb and I'm on a list now because I watched Roseanne's new stand-up special and she was just like, I don't believe in vaccines, but I had COVID 4 times and spoke to Jesus during it. I was like, yeah, okay.
That's your own fault. Why would you do that?
I'm like, I don't believe in the vaccine, but I got COVID 4 times. I'm like, I got the vaccine. I got COVID once in 4 years.
Ah, COVID. That's when I laid in bed for a week and played through Star Ocean 2.
That's when I laid in bed and played a lot. I played like 17 hours of Midnight Sun.
Yeah. That's a good COVID game. You don't have to be really active.
No, I just pulled my couch up to my fucking TV and I just laid there and I had good music so I could pass out for an hour and wake up and figure out what turn I was on. Oh, perfect stuff.
I wonder if I still have that save file in that Star Ocean game. I don't know if I beat the extra bosses. Let's see. Oh, did you know that SD Gundam game is on Game Pass now?
I saw that. Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't
I
pay
was like,
for
that
it.
was quick.
That game never went on
Same.
sale. It was like $60 and it never went down. I was like, ah. I mean, I love my Gundam games, so I don't think I want to spend that for this. This doesn't seem like a
Oh,
$60 purchase.
Shadow Warrior 3 is up
I
too.
just bought Shadow Warrior 3. It was on sale and I bought it, and
Ah,
it came up on fucking Game Pass. Like I gotta start checking Game Pass. I never fucking check it, and then I get mad.
wait, Need for Speed is on game. Oh, it's trial. Never mind.
Oh
I
man,
thought wait,
I was actually playing Need for Speed this week. Okay, so that game is
good.
uh
Ah,
well, here's the thing. I was playing a lot of it, and I didn't realize that I was in like the prelude, like the intro mission. There's a part you play until it goes to the real game, you know. And
oh
I didn't
no.
realize that. So I kept trying to do these races, and they're all super expensive. It's like you need to spend $4,000 to enter this race, or $6,000 to enter this race. And then there's two problems here. One, I didn't have any money, and I had no idea how to get money because the only thing available to me were these fucking missions I couldn't pay for because I didn't have the money to do so. And B, there's a day night cycle. So the only way you can get money in this segment of the game without actually running the missions is to get chased by cops and then having your heat build up. So this fix your fucking face. You're driving me nuts. You're glitching out. It's freaking me out, man.
I was looking at something on my other screen.
Stop it. Stop it. Fucking focus. This is a
I'm focusing. I'm looking at
goddamn
Game
motherfucking
Pass for a
podcast.
second.
Our listeners want to hear our fucking opinions about nonsense. So you got to build up your heat level. So it's slow. Like you have to have a cop level 1 chase you for like 2 minutes, and then you get to heat level 2. Heat level 2, and you escaping it is $250. One of these missions costs $4,000+. So you're
Oh
getting,
no.
yeah, and you don't get this money until you rest at your garage and wait overnight. So I get all this money built up from these fucking cop chases I did. Only thing I knew how to do, and then it switches to the day mode, and then it comes out with a race that's only $2,000 and way easier. Another issue with this intro mission is that you can't upgrade your car. You can only customize it. And all of these races, if you crash at all, you can never recover. So I would be first place, second place near the end of a race, and then there would be this fucking random pedestrian car, not pedestrian, you know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
random unrelated car
Civilian.
that yes, thank you, that you just couldn't see because your 18 cars that you're racing around you are going through it, and then you fucking head on collide with this car, get taken out, you respawn, and then you're in fucking last place. And this happened to me so many fucking times where you you can't recover. You can't upgrade your car to pick up your torque or anything to back up the speed fast enough to catch up. So you just fucking lose, and it's so fucking aggravating because it's not your fault that you got in this car accident. It's not your bad driving. It's like there's this car wedged between three other cars you're trying to pass, and this car fucking drives right into you. It is the worst. And then I realized, oh, this is just an intro mission, and none of this fucking matters at all. So I wasted like legitimately 5 hours of my life playing this fucking area I did not need to play. And then the game takes like a 2 year or a year or so time leap, and like, oh, you have full garage access. You can upgrade your car and buy new cars. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, Need
So
for Speed.
dumb.
Otherwise, it's kind of a cool game.
I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it.
I bought it on the first sale it had. I bought a key for it. I got it for like $35, which I
Yeah, you
thought
did.
was worth it.
That's not bad.
What I was going to do was I was trying to buy one of the previous games because there was a big Need for Speed sale going on, and I kept asking people like, "What was the last good Need for Speed game?" They kept saying Undercover. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I'm like,
I think that's
the
about
game
right.
from legitimately 12 years ago. Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
haven't
on
there
Game Pass. Yeah.
hasn't there been like 7 other Need for Speed games? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
none of them are good. No, you want to play Undercover. That's the good one. So I said fuck this, and I bought the new one.
Oh, I didn't go install this game. I forgot that it came out on the Game Pass games. Not Game Pass. If anyone has the Humble bundles, you get Pathfinder. You get Fallout 76 plus Fallout 1, Thronebreaker, the card game for The Witcher. You get this black and white slasher game that looks pretty cool called Other Side.
That game
Um,
sucks.
oh, does it really? That's a bummer. It looked pretty neat.
I bought that when it was new.
Um, Shady Part of Me. I don't know what that is. It has a cool name. Um, Scrougebringer, Phobia, and Five Dates.
Scrouge Breaker's a good game.
So I'm looking forward to playing one of these games
I would,
and maybe handing out a bunch of keys.
Scourgebringer might be that one that had that very irritating stamina bar that I didn't like. I think that might have been the game where you it's a pixel based kind of like a Secret of Mana kind of thing, and you have a stamina bar, and it depletes way too fast and recovers way too slow. And I remember that being a very irritating aspect of combat. I'm pretty sure it was Scourgebringer. It could have been something else though. A lot of those games came out at once.
If anyone likes survival horror games, message me and I'll give you my copy of Description.
What is
Or Phobia,
description?
the Saint Dinfia Hotel. Because that looks like a game that would make me shit my pants, and I'm a very sensitive boy.
Just post on the Discord. I'm sure somebody will take it. Maybe Charlotte will post a good fucking game for once.
Yeah, right. Come
I
on.
don't fucking
Come
know.
on. Come on.
The new Nippon Ichi first person dungeon crawler came out. I'm pretty excited about that. It's like $60. I don't think I'm gonna spend that much on it. I'll probably wait for a sale or try to find a key somewhere for it, but I do want to play it. I like the last one. What was it called? Secret Refrain or something like that.
You're oh, right.
I like my first person dungeon crawlers. Those Etrian games, $40 each, 3 of them. That's more
I want to play Risk of
expensive.
Rain too.
What?
I said I still want to play Risk of Rain 2 because I
The,
bought it.
what the fuck is that to do with Etrian Odyssey? I was talking about something.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about games
Focus.
we recently bought. Sorry, buddy.
Focus, motherfucker. We're losing our people here.
Oh no.
We're losing focus. Yeah, the Etrian Odyssey thing was announced in their Nintendo Direct. It's coming to Steam as well, but each entry itself, every game is $40 each. You can get a 3-pack of them for like $85, some weird price. These games came out in the mid 2000s to late 2000s, and they were $30 on release. So I don't know how old ass games that are HDified are more expensive than they were when they originally came out. That's bizarre to me. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Sounds really odd.
That's weird pricing. Nippon Ichi has really fucking weird pricing rackets. I don't know why they do anything they do.
It's because Nintendo and they get people give them
It's not
way too
Nintendo.
much.
It's Nippon Ichi.
Yeah, but it's gonna be on. It's not gonna be on Nintendo, right? I thought you said it was the Switch for some reason. I'm like, that just seems like a
Well,
Nintendo tactic.
they announced them on the Nintendo Direct, but they're also coming to PC.
Yeah,
So they're on Steam right now as a pre-order, but each game is $40, and I thought that was fucking ridiculous.
that's insane.
Yeah, I agree. Because I wanted to try that game again. I like the remake of the first one that was on the 3DS called Untold. Etrian Odyssey Untold, and it kind of put it made it more of a traditional styled RPG as opposed to like a Dungeons and Dragons roll your own character and do the random thing kind of thing. They try to put like a story around it and made it a little more interesting to play because it was a little more focused. And I think it might have auto mapped, which the originals did not. It was playing with the DS tropes where they wanted you to use the touchscreen, so they made you like draw the map, and I did not like that at all. It's very annoying. And this new remake that's coming out, all the remakes, I should say, are all going to have auto mapping. So I'm actually kind of interested in playing them.
That was like when fucking Castlevania for those 3DS ones used to make you draw out like the pentagrams or like use the tap ability to clear the ice. It's like no, or just let me play my platformer.
Yeah, there's a patch you can apply to the ROM and make it go away because it was stupid as hell. They didn't do that in the later ones, just that first one because people complained enough.
I just remember that I was just like, I don't have my stylus out. Why would I be clearing ice across this fucking moving platform when I immediately have to switch back to the controller 2 seconds later to make the jump?
That's why I could never play that game. What the fuck is the name of it? It's called "It's a Wonderful World" in Japanese, but I always forget the American name.
Well, Um, you're not thinking about The World Ends With Us, right?
The World Ends with You. Yes, that game.
World
I,
Ends With
I
You,
could
yeah.
never play that game because when the battles are, the top screen is real time combat that you have to use the L and R buttons for, and then the bottom screen is another combat where you have to use a touch screen, and they both go simultaneously. So you have to do two things at once, and it's I don't know how you're supposed to fucking do it.
Became chaos way too quick. Like once you got past like the second or third level of after the tutorial, like this is just bullshit.
Yeah, I got the sequel for that game on Steam, and it's actually pretty fun. I think they're porting the first one to Switch, or did they already do that? I think they might have already done that.
Did it?
And I haven't played that version of it yet, so
No,
maybe
I
that's
haven't.
more
Yeah,
streamlined. I mean, you just not they don't have two screens, so what the fuck can they do? They have to change the combat, so maybe it's more tolerable now.
that's what I'm hoping. Because that was a really good concept of a game.
I like the style. I like that urban baggy pants with the goofy hats kind of thing going on.
Exactly,
Yeah,
the chain and like this. Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, kind of feels like a Jet Set Radio kind of thing.
Exactly, but darker.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. I try to stretch this as much as I could, but at an hour 20, so that
Yeah,
seems
I'm
tolerable.
thinking the same thing. I think we've kind of hit everything that we've been doing this week. We just wanted to get out there, make sure that we were keeping up with our normal rotation. Had some stuff come up this weekend, but as always, we love to get out there and talk to you guys and post these. And we're going to be doing some more streaming and things like that, trying to get a kind of an idea what we're gonna do. I'm super addicted to that Zelda Metroid Mash. Maybe we'll have a better run at it. Me and Tom have a Resident Evil finish. We've got that new game coming out that he's excited for. I'll probably stream some Blood Bowl 3 when I inevitably waste my money on it. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, this was Tiny Dynamite presents Digital Deliberations, episode 43 or 42. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's 43.
Next 43. Okay. So
It's
yeah,
wrong
thanks for
on
coming,
the
guys.
Twitch. I didn't update it, but I was lucky enough to still be on the podcast as a topic. It's like, yeah, I'll change the number and post. It's fine.
Send us your questions. Send us your feedback. Maybe we'll read some questions. Maybe we'll
For the
do
love of
something
God,
like
join
that.
the fucking Discord and talk about video
Please,
games.
please talk about video games. Anything. Send us your feedback, even if it's that Brett goes on too much of a rant and that you want me to reel it in, or maybe you like my rants. Maybe you want Tom to be more mean,
Oh, I can be more
or
mean, bro. Do you want me to be more
that's what.
mean?
No, I'm saying this. Maybe that's what fucking audience wants. I personally think it's just the right amount of meanness, but
Let me get my hand sensor and I'll show you mean.
oh no.
I'll get the Italian going.
I can get my hand sensors where I can duck those, like duck from the punches. Don't do it.
What's the matter, you?
I'm so sorry, is that Tom? Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, I'm Brett. That's Tom. This was Tiny Dynamite, Digital Deliberations. Have a great week.
I
Be
think Brett
safe.
had a stroke.
No, that's when you stop talking and your face goes.
Bye.